The VAR in this competition hasn't been used that much. How do I rate the overall standard in this competition in Morocco? It has been reasonable. It hasn't been brilliant. They have missed certain things that should not have been missed at this standard, at this level of football. I've noticed that there are a lot of foul throws. That's players not completing the proper throw in over their head, and also they're lifting their foot. Now the law says that part of both feet must be on the line or outside the field of play, and it's important to remember that the lines on the field of play belong to the areas of which they are boundaries. So, for example, with the penalty area, the 18-yard, as it used to be called in England, the 18-yard area, that line belongs to the penalty area. So if a player is fouled on that line, it's deemed to be inside. Now, likewise, when players are taking a throw-in, part of both feet must be on the line or outside the field of play. They're allowed to have a part of one foot on that line, or both feet, but another part, like the heel, for example, must be outside the field of play. And if, for example, they lift their heels, that they're standing on the line, that's deemed to be a foul throw because they're actually on the field of play. But the standard of refereeing has been okay, but it could be better, and it will get better so long as they continue with their coaching and their mentoring and their workshops in their respective countries, wherever those referees are from. The VAR in this competition hasn't been used that much that I have seen. Now, I haven't been able to watch all of the games, living here in Ireland. They haven't shown all the games, and it hasn't been used that much. But what I was quite surprised was they didn't have goal line technology. And goal line technology is a very, very useful tool in the referee's armory. For example, they have what looks like a watch on their on their right hand. It looks like a watch, but it actually determines whether the ball has wholly crossed the line or not. And that's very important, the part that I said, wholly. The whole of the ball, not a portion of it, not a half of it, the whole of the ball has to have crossed the goal line between the uprights and the crossbar. And if it bounces off the crossbar and comes down on the line and the goalkeeper catches it, then that ball has not wholly crossed the line, and therefore a goal is not scored. Now, it's been used widely in the English Premier League, and it seems to be very, very successful there. There's no queries, there's no arguments, there's no disputes. Did the whole of the ball cross the line or not? The referee will point to his watch and say the whole of the ball has or has not crossed the goal line, and then we'll make a decision based on that. But VAR is a good tool, and remember, VAR, VAR, stands for Video Assistant Referee. And the emphasis there is on the middle word, the second word, assistant, because that's what it is. It's an assistant to the referee to help him decide on an issue, whatever it is, whether it's a goal or a red card or an offside, things like that. It helps him decide on that. And at the end of the day, Law 5 of the FIFA laws of the game states that the referee's decision is final on all matters pertaining to the game and the result of the match is concerned. Now, he has the final say. He does not have to accept the word of an assistant with the flag, a linesman as we used to call them. He does not have to accept the word of the fourth official, and he does not have to accept the decision of the VAR, the video assistant referee. He makes the final decision. He can accept it or reject it, and that's very, very important. And I do think that a lot of referees are now using VAR as a crutch almost to lean on to get them out of a hole, instead of making a decision and standing by it if, in their opinion, and Law 5 again clearly states, in the opinion of the referee. So the referee's opinion, which can be subjective because he's the one making the decision, but he will go to VAR to help him arrive at a decision. And it's also very, very important that justice is not only done, but seen to be done. And this is being assisted now by VAR and by, incidentally, offside by the semi-automated system which they now have, which helps them to arrive at a decision as to whether the player was offside or onside.